Hey everybody, my name is Derek, and I'm going to be talking about capturing innovation using free and open source tools. Counterpart has been a part of the Innovation for Change Network since 2015, and one of our roles within the Innovation for Change Network has been to track activities as they occur, especially innovations, and see if we can understand how they're happening, when they're happening, why they're happening. To do all of that, we need a pretty robust data collection scheme. And I'm going to be talking a little bit about the tools that we used in order to do our job. It was a bit of a challenge. It was and is a big challenge with the Innovation for Change Network because I4C is global, it's decentralized, there's a bunch of different actors operating in different contexts with different funding streams. And to come up with one centralized, overarching, enforced data collection program proved to be a challenge. We didn't get it totally perfect, I'd be the first to say, but I think that we did pretty well given the circumstances. And I want to share the tools that we used in order to make it happen. Specifically, I want to talk about the tools and a little bit about the linkages between tools, because obviously, actually implementing these programs is as much about process and about human connections as it is which tool was applied in a given situation. All data collection programs have at least three distinct phases. There's a collection phase where people are sucking in information. There's an aggregation phase where that information is put in a single place in sort of a structured environment and may be integrated with other data sources. And there's an analysis phase where questions are asked of the data, answers are generated, understandings are gleaned from the information, probably some visualizations are being done. And the fun thing for me as a technologist is that each different phase can use a different tool. So if you wanted to, you could develop a collection, aggregation, and analysis framework that would use nothing but Microsoft or nothing but Google. And in our case, we ended up doing a sort of mix and match. So that our collection was done through a tool called Gravity Forms, which is open source and free. Google Suite formed our aggregation tool, specifically Google Sheets, and that's free for nonprofits. And then for the analysis phase, at least generating the visualizations, we used Kobo, which is free and open source, and Tableau Public, which is free, or at least freemium. Using the Innovation for Change website as our base, we basically created a Gravity form that we embedded on the website and asked people to go to when they completed some sort of an activity, whether it would be an event or a campaign. Sometimes people updated it when they performed research, that sort of thing. And the form, because it was Gravity Forms, was able to update fairly frequently and configure itself based off of the responses provided by the user. So if somebody was conducting a campaign, they got asked one set of questions. If they got an event, they would get another set of questions. Africa Hub would receive slightly different questions than the East Asia Hub, that sort of thing. Gravity Forms connected to Google Sheets, and our end database about events had something like 4,300 unique data points about 222 different events that have gone on within the network. And that information flowed automatically. That spreadsheet was then read automatically by Tableau Public and Kumu, and we created visualizations that would be live, so they would update automatically, and embedded that on the Innovation for Change website so that anybody from us to network members could see what was happening within the network, who was doing what, and we would be able to explore the innovations that occurred, or the activities that occurred, and get a better understanding of who was talking to whom. So come to my session if you want to learn a little bit more about the tools that we use, also the innovations that we faced, the issues that we faced, and my sense of how the system could be improved. Thanks.